Hi, I'm Teri Kollath. I'm here today with Larry Brock of Eagles Preserve. Larry does several things that might be of interest to you. One of them is he dedicates Monday afternoons to helping people with Android devices in the Island Resident Computer Center in the tunnel. The other thing he's doing, which is pretty interesting, is he's going beyond just Androids and looking at all of our devices, smartphones, tablets, and giving us a couple of workshops that are Google-based. Thank you for joining me, Larry.
Sure.
It's so exciting what you're doing because for years now, my little granddaughter, who's 10, has been saying, Grandma, let's Google it.
Okay.
And that just means something to people, doesn't it? Google it.
Right.
Why?
Right. Well, Google is really famous for search. And that has something to do with one of the apps I'll be talking about, Google Photos.
Mm-hmm. You've offered people an interesting way to get in touch with you. On page 63 of this semester's brochure, Academy brochure, you're very open with your email address and the shellpointtech.net address. You want people to contact you if they're interested in taking one of your workshops. And then you have taken the information that people have shared with you about what they'd like to learn. And the first two workshops you've come up with are pretty interesting. Tell us a little bit about them. The first two you're going to offer.
The first one is Google Photos. I take pictures with this a lot more than I make calls. And we have thousands of pictures. And Google Photos is an excellent way of managing those photos. We can store unlimited storage of high-definition photos. Once we store it, we can see it on any of our devices. We can also share it. We can put it into albums. We can do some minor editing. But the big thing is we use Google Search to be able to search through our pictures. So we can, instead of having to organize them all, we can now just look for things and places, but most of all, we can look for people. So we can identify people, if we want to see all of our pictures of a person, we can click on it and see all of our pictures of a person.
This is so wonderful for people like me because I've learned to do things kind of slowly as I've gone along. And now technology has caught up with my limitations. Because now I just have my iPhone. Boom, wherever I am, I can take a wonderful picture. And now you're telling me there's a way that all that sorting and things that I never bothered with is easy.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
And that means that on my phone right here, I have access to all of my photos, tens of thousands.
That is really wonderful. Okay, tell me about the second one.
The second one is,
Google
you see on ads a lot, that's where you talk to your device to get information.
Right.
So you can say things like, we have a granddaughter in Malawi, and we might want to call her on an app called WhatsApp, but we'd like to call her at a good time, so we could just say to our phone, okay, Google, what time is it in Malawi?
The time in Malawi is 4:09 p.m.
That is fabulous.
And you can ask many other questions. You can tell it to make a call for you. You can set an alarm for you. All those great things. Now, one thing I can't teach is etiquette. Sometimes it's just not appropriate to be talking to your phone.
Right? That's so true.
So I can't teach all of that.
That's a wonderful, Larry. I think this is just fabulous.
But I need to tell the times and places. The first one is February 6th and 13th. And the second one is February 21st and 28th.
Okay, and by contacting Larry Brock, page 63 in the Academy brochure, by contacting Larry Brock, you will email them the information about the workshops you have already set up.
That's right.
And at the same time, you're going to give them a little bit of a survey to see what else they'd like to know, right?
That's right.
That's wonderful. So you are using technology to reach out to people to see what they want to know about technology, and then you're going to teach it in these workshops.
Okay.
That sounds so good. I hope you will take a moment to look at page 63 in your Academy brochure, just to get an idea of what Larry's doing here with these personal workshops he's come up with. And then take a chance on one of the first two, Google Photo, Google Assistant. I'm sure you will learn a lot and have a lot of fun with Larry Brock.